Hello students, welcome to the class. Welcome to the class on Indian polity and constitution. I once again welcome to you all to the series on Indian polity constitution for Tspsc Group 1 prelims. Friends, you all know that we have started this series and almost completed few important topics which are related to historical background, the evolution of the constitution, and also even the schedules of the constitution, the source of the constitution, whatnot, etc. Now, from this class, we will look into few other topics of Indian polity and constitution. And these topics include the preamble, part 1 of the constitution, part 2 of the constitution, as well as your Indian Citizenship Act of 1955. Friends, preamble. Let's look into what is preamble. Preamble is considered, or it is the introductory part of the Indian Constitution. It is the introductory, right, part of the Constitution of India. It is the summary of the Constitution of India. It is the summary of the Constitution of India. It is the gist of the Constitution of India. It is the gist of the Constitution of India. Now, this is preamble. Preamble ensures that, what is the, to make everyone understand what is the nature of Indian Constitution. With the help of preamble, we get to know what is the objective of the Indian Constitution. And also, with the help of the preamble, we understand the source to the Indian Constitution. Friends, preamble also provides the data of when the Constitution of India was passed by the Constituent Assembly. So, there are 4 particular elements where, with the help of preamble, one can know. We will look into some important objective type questions related to preamble in this class today. Now, coming to part 1 of the Constitution. Part 1 of the Constitution, which is discussed from Article 1 to 4, talks about union and its territories. Union and its territories. Now, what is India? What is Indian Union? What are the territories which are part of Indian Union are discussed in Article 1 to 4. That is your part 1 of the Constitution. To make sure any region which is not part of India, how, according to Article 2, we can make them part of India, or any state which is already part of Indian Union, to reorganize that, to change the name of the state, we use this particular article called Article 3 of the Indian Constitution. Telangana has been established as the 29th state of India, and this Telangana is possible. We dreamt of being Telangana a new state, and this is possible with the help of Article 3 of the Constitution. So, some important objective type questions related to part 1 of the Constitution we will be looking at, in this class. Now, coming to part 2 of the Constitution. Part 2 of the Constitution is from Article 5 to 11. Article 5 to 11 talks about Indian citizenship. Indian citizenship. Indian citizenship. Now, what is the status of a person when India got independence? What is the status of a person who migrated from Pakistan to India? What is the status of a person who migrated from India to Pakistan, then again migrated to India? This is called reverse migration. What is the status of a person status of an Indian who is not in India when India got independence? Who has the authority to regulate Indian citizenship after 1950? All these things are discussed in part 2 of the Constitution. Article 11 is very, very, very important in terms with part 2 of the Indian Constitution. If you look at Article 11 carefully, after 1950, it is Parliament which got all the rights to control the Indian citizenship. So, utilizing the rights given to the Parliament by Article 11, Parliament to regulate the Indian citizenship has come up with a law called Indian Citizenship Act in 1955. Right? To enforce, to control the Indian citizenship after 1950, Parliament came up with an act called Indian Citizenship Act of 1955. This was recently amended in the year 2019. In this class, friends, we will look into those important objective type questions related to even Indian citizenship. 1. Regarding preamble. 2. Regarding the union and its territories. And 3. Regarding Indian citizenship. We will be covering these 3 topics and expected questions for your Group 1 prelims. Now, let me continue to the first question without wasting time. Look at the first question here. If you look at the first question carefully, the first thing you need to understand is this question is about preamble. See, with the help of this series of Indian Polity and Constitution which we are doing in TSAT, make sure the aspirants get to know 2 things. 1. What are the expected questions from Indian Polity Constitution? 2. How the questions are framed. How the questions are answered. What is a way of answering a question? These are the 2 important things we want every aspirant to keep in mind while solving each and every question. I am telling this since first class, but I want everyone to be careful and I remember what is the objective of this series again and again. Now coming to question number 1. Consider the following and choose the correct statement. See, whenever you see an important point, you need to round it up. Now which of the following statements is correct? That is a question directly asked. Preamble is compared to objective resolution passed in the Constituent Assembly. Okay, let us see. Guess the answer. Objective resolution declared India as a sovereign, democratic and republic. In 1946, as per the recommendations of the Cabinet Mission Plan, a separate Constituent Assembly was formed. Constituent Assembly was established. Now, in this Constituent Assembly, the main objective of the Constituent Assembly is to draft the Constitution for India. It is to draft the Constitution of India. Now, to draft the Constitution of India, all the members, right, 389 members who are part of the Constituent Assembly came together to discuss about what should be the objective, to draft the Constitution. How you wished India to be. How you wish to see India in the future. And that is called objective resolution. A resolution which consists of objectives. How each and everyone want to see India in the future. And this objective resolution was initiated by Jawaharlal Nehru. Right? In the year 1946, 13th December. In the year 1946, on 13th December, Mr. Nehru has initiated this objective resolution, and which was passed in the Constituent Assembly on January 22nd, 1947. This objective resolution was passed. Now, As I said in my statement that this was initiated in the Constituent Assembly, and the first statement is correct. Now look at the second statement. Objective resolution declared India to be a self-sustained country, independent country, that is your sovereign country, sovereign nature. India is a sovereign country, sovereign, self-made country, independent country. No law given by other countries are applicable in India today. The laws made in India are made by Indians are applicable in India. Indians only should follow those laws which are made in India, by the parliament or state legislature. So India is a sovereign country. Absolutely correct. India is not only sovereign country, India is also a democratic nation. Democracy. I told you in the first class, demo plus cracy. Demo means people. Cracy means rule. Rule by people is called democracy. Rule by people is called democracy. In India or in the world, there are two types of democracies: direct democracy and indirect democracy. India follows indirect democracy, that is also called representative democracy. So India declared itself as democratic country. And the last one is republic. India is a republic nation. Yes, it has two meanings, friends. Republic means the head of the country is elected. The head of the country is elected, not hereditary. He is an elected representative. Secondly, he has a fixed tenure. He has a fixed tenure. The head of the country is President of India, and President of India has 5 years. Fixed tenure. That is the meaning. So, the objective resolution declared India as sovereign, democratic and also republic. The answer is C. The answer is C. Now, even the preamble which was there in the Indian Constitution, in the original Constitution, I am talking about original Constitution, that is a Constitution which is not amended. In 1950, whenever the Constitution came into force, that Constitution has declared India as sovereign, democratic and republic only, right? Afterwards, by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, 2 words were added into the preamble. They are secular and socialist. Secular and socialist were added afterwards in the Constitution, in the preamble, by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act is called Mini Constitution of India, because many changes were brought in the Indian Constitution by this particular amendment. Let's go to question number 2. Consider the following and choose the incorrect statement. See how important this statement is. This word is very, very important. These kind of words you need to first underline it, because your mind should only look into these type of words whenever you see the options. Okay. Preamble is an integral part of the Indian Constitution. Absolutely. This is a correct statement as for 𝗂𝗍𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗂𝗏 case. As per 𝗂𝗍𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗂𝗏 case of 1973, preamble is integral part of the Constitution. No doubt, preamble is integral part of the Constitution. This is upheld again by the Supreme Court of India in 𝗖𝗍 versus Union of India case. In 𝗖𝗍 versus Union of India case of 1995, this was again upheld by the Supreme Court of India. So, preamble is part of the, it is an integral part of the Indian Constitution. No doubt at all. Now, second one, you see, secular and democracy has been declared as basic features of the Constitution of India. Okay. In 𝗂𝗍𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗂𝗏 case, a concept of basic structure doctrine has emerged. This is famously called doctrine of basic structure. Supreme Court said in this famous case of 𝗂𝗍𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗂𝗏, it is also called KBC case. Supreme Court said, the legislature, the parliament has all the rights to amend the Constitution except the basic features, which are part of basic structure doctrine. Now, Supreme Court did not define what is basic structure. It said, whenever a case is with the Supreme Court of India in the future, we take a call of declaring something which is part of basic structure or not. Now coming to secularism. The word secularism or the concept of secularism in India has been declared as basic structure, has been declared as basic feature in part of basic structure doctrine in 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 case. In 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 case, Supreme Court has declared this particular concept of secularism as part of basic feature of the Indian Constitution. And coming to democracy, yes, 𝗳𝗦𝗔𝗧 versus Indira Gandhi. 𝗳𝗦𝗔𝗧 versus Indira Gandhi case, Supreme Court has declared this particular democracy concept of India as part of basic structure doctrine. Now what is the answer? Tell me what is the answer? Both the statements are correct, right? Now what is the answer? If you say C, that is wrong, because I am asking incorrect statement. As both the statements are correct, answer is D. None of the statements are incorrect is what you need to opt for. This is a direct question. Be careful. Which articles of the Indian Constitution indirectly link to the concept of socialism in India? Socialism in India. What is socialism? It is in relation with economic socialism. Now, what is economic socialism? It is a duty of the state. It is the duty of the state to ensure equitable distribution of all resources. In India, all the resources shall be equitably distributed to ensure there is an equitable distribution. There is equalness in the society, equity in the society. Now, this concept of socialism was added to the Indian Preamble by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Now, this is there in the Indian Constitution as part of directive principles of state policy. Now, this is not directive principles of state policy. This is not directive principles of state policy. These two are fundamental rights. Now, answer can be C or D. Article 44 talks about uniform civil code. It talks about uniform civil code. So, it is Article 39. To be more specific, friends, Article 39B and Article 39C talks about socialism in India. And to take one more article, Article 38 Clause 2 of the Constitution also talks about socialism in India. These three provisions of the Indian Constitution directly or indirectly discuss about the socialism concept in India. Okay, let's go to next question. Which of the following is the nature of India according to Preamble? Which of the following is the nature of India according to Preamble? See, Preamble, with the help of Preamble, we will get to know four things. 1. What is the nature of India? Right? What is the source of authority to the Constitution? 3. Now, what is the objective of the Indian Constitution? Objective of the Indian Constitution. 4. When did the Constitution passed? So, these are the four things which you will know exactly when we deal in terms of the nature, when we discuss about the Preamble. Now, here I am specifically asking about nature. I am not talking about the objective, or I am not talking about the source, or I am not talking about when was the Constitution passed. I am here talking or discussing about what is the nature. The nature of the Constitution according to Preamble is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. Now look at this. Justice for all, no. Republic, yes. Equality to all. No, answer is B. Directly it is B. See, to confuse you only, I gave all the above. These two are part of the objectives of the Indian Constitution, according to Preamble. The objective of the Indian Constitution is to ensure justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. This is the objective of the Indian Constitution. This is not the nature of the country as nature of India as explained or defined in Preamble. So, you have to be very careful in pointing out the words. These words are very, very important. See, I am talking about the nature, not objective. These two are objectives. Okay. Now, next question. Yes. Now, this question is related to part 1. Consider the following and choose the correct statement. Okay, correct statement. Directly correct statement. Union of states as defined in Article 1 is linked to Schedule 1. Right? What is Article 1? India, that is Bharat, shall be Union of States, not Federation of States. It is called Union of States. Now, what is Union of States? According to Article 1, Union of States are those states which are mentioned in Schedule 1 of the Constitution of India. So, according to Article 1 of the Indian Constitution, this statement is correct. Okay. Sikkim was made part of India following the procedure in Article 3. See, in the question only answer is there. Was made part of India, meaning it was not part of India before. It was not part of India before. See, if any state is not part of India before, that state can be made part of India according to Article 2. If you want to reorganize Sikkim, if you want to change the name of Sikkim, you go with Article 3. So, Article 3 talks about those states which are already part of India. Article 2 talks about those states which are not part of India. So, this is wrong. It should be Article 2 here. So, the answer is A. Try to understand, very, very important, ma'am. Consider the following and choose the correct statement. Again, correct statement only, no tension. See, questions will come like this only. Almost all the exams, if you look at Tspsc exams since 2014, all questions are not directly asked. They are conceptual based questions. So, try to understand every concept. Try to listen and understand to every concept possible. You need only 50 to 55% of the marks to qualify for prelims or for mains or get a rank. If you look at the recent rankers, what is the percentage of marks they got? 55. Why I am telling you this is because it is not something which is important to read the entire 100% syllabus. You read 50% only, but read 50% all completely. You do justification for that 50% of the syllabus. You read that 100%, 50% of syllabus, 100%. Don't read 100% of the syllabus, 50%. Okay? So, that is more important. Now, look at this. Union of India and Territory of India is one and the same. Absolutely wrong. Because what is Union of India? We all know those states which are part of Schedule 1 of the Constitution. There are 28 states in India. Sir, what is Territory of India then? Say, Territory of India is nothing but the extent of the geographical area of India. Territory of India consists of three things. 1, the states. 2, the union territories. 3, the acquired territories to be acquired in the future. Right? Territories to be acquired in the future. Territory of India is the extent of India. Union of India is the states which are part of India. So, both are not one and the same. The word federation is nowhere mentioned in the Constitution of India. Absolutely correct. So, answer is B. The India is a federal nation. Along with unitary features, India has federal features also. But the word federation is nowhere mentioned in the constitution. Please note it. Okay. So try to understand this. Federation as a word is nowhere mentioned in the constitution. Next question. Yeah, very, very important question. I am expecting these type of questions in the exam. Why is India called Union of States and not Federation of States? I just told you that India has both federal features and unitary features. Even though India has both unitary as well as federal features, why India is called Union of States but not why Federation of the States? Let us see. In India, union form the states. And India is not formed by an agreement of all the states. Absolutely correct. Look at USA. USA is called federation. You know, US is an American federation where all 50 countries came together. They made an agreement and formed the union. But in India, states did not come to form the union. Instead, according to Article 3, union only formed the states. So, we cannot say India as a federation of states. First one is correct. 2. When someone is actually coming and being part with an agreement, he can also break the agreement, right? In USA, 50 states came together. They made an agreement. Tomorrow, one state can say, I don't want to be part of this agreement. I will come out of USA. Absolutely, it is possible. Now, imagine in India, can any state go out of the country? No way. States in India cannot go out of the Indian Union. This is also correct. But in federation, states can come out of the union. In federation, states only form the union. In India, states don't form the union. Union form the states according to Article 3. In India, the states which are formed cannot secede, cannot go out of the union, Indian Union. So, answer is C. Very, very important. These type of questions are expected. Consider the following and choose the correct statement. See, correct statement. This is in link to Indian citizenship. Article 11 gives control to the parliament to regulate the Indian citizenship. Is this leaked? At the beginning only I told. According to Article 11 of the Constitution, Parliament has all the rights to regulate the Indian citizenship. So, this is correct. Indian citizenship is single only. When Constitution came into force, see, this is specifically mentioned. When Constitution came into force in the year 1950, Indian citizenship is single only. Absolutely wrong. You know why? Even though the nature of Indian citizenship is single, when Constitution came into force, we have a special provisions given to Jammu and Kashmir as part of Article 370. Jammu and Kashmir has its own constitution as well as an Indian citizenship. According to Jammu and Kashmir own constitution, they can give their own citizenship and there is a Indian citizenship also. Meaning, in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, there is a dual citizenship. There is a dual citizenship. So, in 1950, entirely in India, there is no single citizenship. So, this is wrong. Answer is A. Sir, suppose imagine Indian citizenship is single only. That's it. Full stop. This is not there. Imagine this is not there. Then this is also a correct statement because presently Jammu and Kashmir was made completely part of India. And the entire Indian constitution is applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. So, there is no concept of dual citizenship in Jammu and Kashmir now. There is only single citizenship presently from October 31st, 2019. From October 31st, 2019, there is no separate citizenship given by Jammu and Kashmir government to the Jammu and Kashmir people. Next question. So, yeah, look at this last question. Consider the following and choose the correct statement. There are 5 ways of acquiring Indian citizenship via constitution. Absolutely wrong. Sir, I have read 5 ways only. Correct. It is 5 ways only, but not according to Constitution of India. It is according to Indian Citizenship Act of 1955. According to Indian Citizenship Act of 1955, there are 5 ways of acquiring Indian citizenship. They are by birth, by descent, by registration, by naturalization, and by incorporation. So these are the 5 ways. Now, Parliament has passed Indian Citizenship Act 1955 to regulate Indian citizenship. You all know this. This is absolutely correct statement. Answer is B. So these are some important objective type questions in relation to Group 1 Prelims Tspsc. Thank you very much for today. I'll see you again in the next class with few more topics of Indian polity and constitution. Till then, keep learning. Happy learning. Jai Hind.